Hey YouTubers, welcome to our channel 50 Plus Life 360, your home for the best tours of tiny houses on YouTube, or at least we think so. We're a little bit biased, but anyway, Mrs. Tammy and I are going to show you around another tiny home today. But first, I want to welcome all of our new subscribers. We've jumped up. We're probably going to be 6,000 subscribers from April to October, and that's phenomenal. So I want to say something just to remind our new subscribers, because we get some comments from time to time. We're just touring homes. We don't sell homes. We don't manufacture homes. We are here at the grace of manufacturers, builders, and dealers. They let us come on their lots to their facilities and just tour homes so we can show you what's out there, because you guys sit at home, don't get to travel as much as we do, and you get to see more variety by watching all these tiny home channels. And it may give you some ideas. All the homes we see, you may not like the house, but you may just get one good idea for your tiny house. So that's why we do this. We don't do it to sell a house. We don't do it so that you buy a house from us, because we get nothing from these folks. The only thing we've ever gotten is maybe a free lunch once in a while. And if we do get something, we disclose it in our video. So just remember, when you're commenting or emailing us, we've had lots of emails about, can you fix this? Can you change this? How much if you did this? We don't sell the houses. We don't represent anybody. So get that out of the way so you new subscribers understand that. But anyway, today we are at Driftwood Tiny Homes. We are in Collinsville, Alabama. It is a home to one of the biggest flea markets I've ever seen. Probably not one of the biggest in the country, but it's a huge flea market. So if you guys are up in this area, want to check out a flea market, look up Collinsville, Alabama. But Driftwood Tiny Homes is where we're at. We are touring the model called their Driftwood. This is sort of their premium standard model that they make. I know that doesn't sound right, premium and standard, but it's their home. It shows off all the capabilities that they can do. So Mrs. Tammy is going to go outside, give you a good look around what's going on with the finishing outside with the LP Smart siding. And this home is a gentleman's home. It is the owner's son's home currently. Has a nice deck that he's installed on the outside. This house hasn't been moved, so if you guys see something out there to do with the roofing or the deck or something like that, don't get frustrated. They hadn't pinned the metal roof down or anything. This thing moved about 200 yards from where they manufactured to where it's sitting right now. And the son wanted some customizations on the outside that you normally wouldn't see, that would probably be more improved for traveling it, moving it long distances. So anyway, get out there, look around, come back in, and we'll do our interior tour, and then we'll see you in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching.
Now if you're tired of mansions and rent too high, come on down where the ceilings kiss the sky. They're rolling through the country in a big old van with a GoPro, a dream, and a downsizing plan. Mrs. Tammy points, look at that storage stair. Mr. Chubby stuck in a loft with half his derriere. Mini splits humming, solar panels shine, hangover bars hanging just fine. Compost and toilets in a barn door glide. Tiny home tours, it's a wild small ride. The kitchen's got a sink, but it's 3 feet wide, and the couch folds down for a bed inside. Look at these drawers, they pull and they tuck. Mr. Chubby's whispering, we need a lot of luck, but the freedom's calling. It's a gypsy's tune. Underneath the stars or the harvest moon. Mini splits humming, solar panels shine, hangover bars hanging just fine. Wheels on the ground, it's a dream to steer. Tiny home tours of frontiers.
Welcome back inside, guys. You enjoy that spectacular outdoor shots. That's amazing looking tiny house sitting up on this little knoll out here in Collinsville. Let's talk about this house from Driftwood. Now, I'm going to put a little black bar up here. You guys need to go check out Driftwood's channel. Now, Driftwood is a one-by-one home builder. They are not a big, huge manufacturer that makes 20 houses a month or anything like that. They make about 4 houses a year. and they do them specifically for customers. Now, the reason we get to tour this house, this is one of the first ones they made about 3 or 4 years ago. The owner's son is currently residing in this home, and they use it as a show piece or a display model for what their homes look like. But they have 4 basic models. It's on their website. I will link their website information as we're talking on here and in the video description. So you need to check out their website. Go check out their YouTube. They've only got 916 subscribers right now, so subscribe to them. You get to see some content. Michael, the owner, he likes to go out and look at lots and film lots and places you could consider putting a tiny home. And he talks about the land development and stuff like that. So check out their channel. But anyway, let's get on with the tour of this house. This house is 9 foot 8 inches wide. It is 41 foot 4 inches long. That's the exterior dimensions. Inside, your max width is going to be 9 foot wide. So it is a narrow and long home because the length is going to also be 41 foot minus 8 inches because you got 2x4 walls, or 10 inches, let's say. So you're going to be around 40 foot 2, 40 foot 6 inches, something like that, for your interior total length. So it still comes in as an RV park model. It is 399 square feet is right where it stacks up at. So we've got 2x6 floors. We've got 2x4 walls and 2x4 roof on top of us. Got a lifetime metal roof on top. It's got the LP siding on the outside and lots of other features that we're getting ready to show you. Let's walk this way into the kitchen. Now, I remember, we're going to go through the living room, but we'll talk about the living room on the way back. I remember watching one of their YouTube videos. This kitchen is going to be about 8'6" from the lip of this counter to the back wall. Very neat, compact kitchen. I call this a galley style kitchen, as you guys should too. You've got a full-size Samsung dishwasher. You get a farm-style porcelain sink. You get a Springer faucet. You get a butcher block countertop. Now, you can do quartz for the same price, and we'll get to pricing information later in the video, but you can do quartz throughout for the same price. I remember watching this home on YouTube myself. They got a lot of comments about these doors, these cabinet doors. Why are they swinging that way? They should swing the other way. Now, this is a lived-in home, so I'm not going to show you everybody's belongings, but we talked to the owner about the doors. There's a couple reasons. One, they did this just for looks. The door cabinets are easy to flip the other way, so it's not a big deal. So don't worry about that. But the other thing is, if you had these handles here and the door opening this way, you'd constantly be banging your handle into the wall. So think about that too. But these cabinets, they've got 15-inch cabinets on flanking each side of the stove. They're actually going to bump these up in future builds to bigger cabinets, the 18-inch cabinet, because there's just enough room to do that. This one just ended up with a 15-inch cabinet. It's got the Samsung glass top range with the microwave above. This is almost exactly the same appliance package we had in our last home. Plenty of cabinets. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 drawers, or 3 drawers, and lots of cabinets throughout. You even get a pantry cabinet off to your right beside the refrigerator. But this is the standard refrigerator they will put in all units. And then you get a nice large pantry cabinet here. This house is finished throughout in the shiplap style. You've got these nice windows in your kitchen. Your sink is built into your bar. Yes.
It's actual shiplap and not shiplap style.
Right, not shiplap style. This is actual shiplap.
Some people actually take some other board and turn it over and make it shiplap, but this is the actual shiplap.
Right, and this is a 1x8, but it ends up 7 1/4 or whatever. But this is shiplap. Right here, where you have these floating shelves, you can actually opt for a cabinet there as well, if you would rather have a cabinet or a set of cabinets here. But they did this one with the butcher block open floating shelves. Your sink is built in, of course, to your island, which is beautiful. Like I said, you can get quartz instead for no additional charge in this home, or this butcher block. Just remember, folks, if you buy a butcher block or get a home with a butcher block and it's not treated, you're going to have to maintain that butcher block, because it does take oiling and care on a butcher block surface to make it last, or you're not going to be happy with it. Now, Tammy is kind of showing you where the overhang is for the bar seating. This is your dining area. This one is set with 2 stools, but you could easily put 3 to fit here. Let me give you just an idea. Somebody recently commented, put down your silly tape measure and stop with all the measurements. But most of you guys enjoy the measurements just to get ideas of how things fit, how things don't. This is 72-inch long bar here. So plenty of space for you to do what you need to do in terms of eating. Now we get into the living room space. I didn't actually measure this. As I said at the beginning, all your widths interior are 9 foot. But let's just go from the edge of the bar. If I can get this to cooperate. It's just a little over. It's about 10 foot 6 inches this way, 9 foot this way. So this is your living space. Now I want you to take note. In the kitchen area and the dining, they sort of separated the dining right here at the edge of this couch where this, but look at the ceilings. This one gives you the cathedral. Then you switch to a monoslope ceiling. Now, the ceiling height in the cathedral here maxes out at about 10 foot 3 inches. And over here on this wall, this is a very, very light sloping roof. You're about 10 foot 4 here on this side to your right, and it slopes down only about 3 inches to about 10 foot 1 on that side. So it's a very small incline, almost not noticeable. When I was in here earlier, I kept looking at it and saying, oh, it almost looks like a flat roof. But now also you have a loft in here, and this is really just a storage loft, and we'll talk about lofts later. But to your left, Tammy scrolling around, you see you get a metal ladder to go up to the storage loft, and we'll talk. I may even climb up there in a few minutes. But we get all.
That can be customized.
Yes,
with the ladder.
Yeah, your ladder, whatever you want, can be customized there.
It doesn't have to be like this.
Yeah, but you get these sliding windows up at the top to let additional light in without nullifying some of your privacy. Okay, so you got the area for your couch. They've got it with a love seat and a side table. And you get a built-in shelf here. And it's set up, I like the placement of this TV, where you can actually be cooking and watching TV easily, or you can be seated in your couch and watching a movie, whatever you want to do. But all you got to do is put it on a mount that extends and twists and turns, and you can watch TV anywhere in this grand space that you have here. And again, we have the exposed pine, unfinished. I think it does have poly on it, but it's exposed pine. Look, it's not painted white. And your floors are the tongue and groove luxury vinyl plank flooring. Now, I don't want to say tongue and groove, but it is technically like a tongue and groove. Now, we came in through this front door. This is a half glass front door. Normally they put full glass in here, but his son chose a half glass. One thing I want to point out, tell you guys all the time, this hallway, 3 foot wide. So if you need wheelchair capability in this hallway, you're going to have plenty of space to roll down this hallway. Now, as we come into the hall height here on the ceiling, 7 foot 3 inches. I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. So that's why I'm measuring it. Off to your right is a pocket door going to the bath. Now I'm going to let Tammy go into the bath and look around. Big, huge window in that bath. You get a vanity. Now that one comes with a vanity. I want to explain something to you while Tammy's pointing in that direction. You see that really nice stackable his son has put in here. Normally, you would get a cabinet all the way across with a space underneath for a combo unit. That's what's pretty much their standard. But the way his son wanted it, he wanted a full stackable. So that's the way they did it in this home. Then you have your chair height glacier bay elongated toilet nook back there with shelves above. Now, the neat feature, Tammy, hold right there on that shot. This is what I like. You see the lights are on in this bathroom, and you don't hear the ooh of an exhaust fan. They didn't wire them together.
That's a great feature.
I like that. But you can see, when you live in tiny, look how creative the gentleman got that lives here. Look where he put his vacuum cleaner. See? You come up with stuff.
He put his towels, like one way up here and one down there, right?
Right. Now we've got a 36-inch shower unit here. Very nice glass, finished. Pretty color on that glass. Aluminum, extruded aluminum. And it has
all those built-in shelves.
6 built-in shelves.
You don't always need a seat.
Rain shower head. And very nice. And normally, like I said, this will come not with a vanity, but a cabinet all the way across with just a space for a combo unit. But you, as you see in this home, you can opt if you want your full stackable there off to your right and behind you. That can be done. Again, ceiling height is just over 7 foot in that room. You've got 2 recessed lights, one straight above you. Actually, this is not recessed. Very nice fixture with a mirror there. And as you can see, as you come out into the hallway, you got a window in the hallway, recessed light, plenty of light in this. I'm glad it is. It got overcast here. I don't know what happened. It was sunny and bright and beautiful, but all of a sudden it's overcast.
It's raining.
Is it raining? It wasn't even supposed to rain. Wow. You can hear it on the metal roof. Now we're going to walk into the bathroom. I'm sorry, bedroom. I'm going to get out of the way, let Tammy bring you in and show you. Again, the bedroom width is 9 foot. Technically, this bedroom is 10 foot 2 inches to where the closet begins, but with that little foyer you guys are standing in right now, adds another couple foot, so it's about 12 foot. But you do have a back door here that if you don't like a back door in your bedroom, you could opt out of that and say, just don't put a bedroom there. But you'd have to have an egress window here.
I call that a side door.
Yeah, side door. Don't really want guests coming in through your bedroom, but that is what it is. There's a closet there. We're not really going to open that up and show you too much. Maybe a little creak because there's people's clothes in there. But it's got top and bottom hanging. And that closet, yeah, that closet is 2 foot by 7 foot is how big that is.
They even have a area, an organizer for the shoes over there. That's neat.
Right.
That's great.
And another striking feature is as you come back in here into this part of the house, you go from the monoslope that's in the living space and the flat roof that's in the hallway and bathroom back to your cathedral in this room. So it makes it feel bigger than it actually is. Now this bed that's in here is a queen. It is enough room in here if you don't need the drawers, the dresser, and you just want a nightstand here. I don't see where you wouldn't be able to fit a king in here easily.
But if you want some room for a wheelchair on one side, that would be
just
more ideal with a queen.
Right, just move the queen to one side.
But wow,
now,
dresser and
nightstand
and a full-size closet.
And I do want you guys to understand this is a very chunky bed. This has a big footboard on it. This clearance is about 16 inches, and Mr. Chubby can kind of chubby his way through here without a problem. But this is a big chunky footboard. You don't even need a footboard on a bed. So you would have, that's an extra 6 inches. You'd have 2 foot here clearance.
They said this was a rooms to go
package. Rooms to go package. Now you have 2 mini splits. You have one back here in the bedroom, one over the kitchen. They are 12,000 BTU units. So those are big chunky units. 24,000 for this amount of space. They're remote controlled for the thermostat. You could probably run this house off of one in most times of the year until you get into the cooler or the hotter parts of the year. So we've got basically the equivalent of our 13 in the ceiling and R13 in the roof, and then we get the basically about R22 in the floor. Again, it's the luxury vinyl plank. Very straightforward, very simple, really nice floor plan, flows nice, spacious, nice use of the 399 square feet. Not too overly bright in here, not too many windows in your living space. Gives you just plenty of room, I think. I mean, I really enjoy it. Their cabinets, this is one of their early builds. Their cabinets, they are going to an all wood upgraded cabinet. This is just a cabinet that you would get from Home Depot. And it's pretty much a standard laminate covered, stock cabinet from Home Depot that's finished in white, and it comes with its particle board and different things in it. But they're going to go to an all wood. Have gone to an all wood cabinet. Let me say.
But they're great. We have used them in some of our remodels, and they do pretty well.
Yeah, as long as any cabinet, as long as you take care of it, is in good shape. Every trim in here is wood, so there's no PVC or fake wood trim. These are all wood trim boards. Very nice looking home. We're going to jump up to the loft really quickly and talk. I'm going to talk for a minute or two about lofts because I don't want to confuse anybody about lofts. I've thrown out a lot of information about lofts over the years, but I just want to tell you how all that stuff works and give you a peek at this loft. And then after we get back from the loft, we'll talk about price on this house. So let's zoom up to the loft, guys. Ready? Guys, here's the loft. I'm not going to focus too much on the loft because there's a lot of people's belongings. Like I say, this is 9 foot by 11 foot, 9 foot wide, 11 foot deep. You've got 2 recessed lights. I didn't turn those on. And then you've got 4 of these sliding casement windows. And the height of this loft ceiling is right around 32 inches. Now let me get back down and then I'll talk to you a little bit about loft heights. Hey guys, let's talk a little bit about loft heights. And I've tried to allude to this in the last few videos of tiny homes, but if you get a certified RV part model, certified by PMA or RVIA or THOW or somebody like that has, whoever does certifications, your loft height is generally limited to 41 inches tall. And that is because of various height restrictions. For instance, your main floor height minimum is 6'8" in bathrooms and bedrooms. Okay, so living spaces downstairs where square footage counts has to be at least 6'8". So then by the time you stack your floor on there and then you stack a loft, you're approaching your maximum height for RV certification. The problem arises in that transportation, a lot of states don't allow for transportation over 13'5", 13'6" inches. So that's why there's limits there like that. Now, for instance, this home, if you buy it here in Alabama, you can actually get this loft a lot higher. You can get this loft, I believe, up to 54 inches. And we showed you a home from Alabama Custom Cabins where the loft height was right there at 53, 54 inches. And I'll link that right up here in the corner somewhere so you guys can go watch that house. But long story short, lofts don't have to be always short, but if you're dealing with a part model that you're transporting from one state to another that's certified, then you're going to have deal with some limits. Okay, so a lot of you say, I need a loft I can stand in. Well, you're probably going to have to get a custom home built on site within your state that can do that if your state allows it, or just not get a home with a loft. But lofts, this one is a little shorter because they made the ceilings taller in the hallway. Now, on a standard home, they do make this loft a little taller. They bring the ceilings down in the hallway in the bathroom to that 6'8". So you're going to add that extra 5 inches to your loft height. So your loft is going to be more like 39 to 36 inches, like we typically see in RV park models, somewhere in that 40 range. So I wanted to talk to you about that with loft heights. Guys, now that I've bored you to death talking about lofts, but I know some of you are going to use that information as valuable to you. Let's get down to brass tacks with this house. What time of year is it? It's October. It's October 21st when we're filming this, 2025. So I want you always to read our pricing disclaimer. And as I said at the beginning of the video, we're not affiliated with manufacturers or dealers. We're just showing you the houses. Yesterday was Mrs. Tammy's birthday, so all you guys wish Mrs. Tammy a wonderful happy birthday in the comments. My lovely wife just had her 39th birthday. So anyway, read our pricing disclaimer. Understand we don't sell these houses, and we can't tell you pricing of modifications. But as this home sits, as you see it, as we have looked at it, you can make a couple changes if you wanted and still be in the same ballpark price range. You could get quartz instead of butcher block. There are going to be a few changes. Like I said, this is an early model of theirs, and they've decided to make a few changes as they go along. But this is a small custom company, so they build 3, 4, 5 houses a year. They don't build 20 a week or anything like that. So you come to them, you get set up to order what you want to order. Look at their website, look at their other homes, and pick out what you like. Give them a contact information on their contact form and get in touch with them. But as you see this one, as it sits, not with the property or anything like that, but the house, you can get in this one for $130,000, not $130. If you were to come in very basic with this house, you could probably get in probably the mid 70s or so. But when you start adding some of the features that you've seen in this home, price is going to go up. But as it sits, you're probably right at $130,000 as of October 21st, 2025. So that's not a bad price for this house, in my opinion. You get the 2 big AC units. You get the choice of quartz or butcher block. You get all this real nice shiplap throughout, all wood trim inside, luxury vinyl plank flooring, all these LED lights, all the custom handles on cabinets. You're going to get upgraded cabinets than what you saw today. Floating shelves, just a myriad of features. You get all these really nice appliance package that you saw, and those, I know we put those appliances in our last house, and they're not cheap. So they're very good appliances. Anyway, that's the price of the house. We're going to get out of here. We got a few more houses to film. If the rain ever stops, you hear the rain on the metal roof. You do get the LP smart siding. You get the lifetime metal roof, and you get everything we've mentioned throughout the video. I don't think I missed anything. But go to Driftwood Tiny Homes online, subscribe to their YouTube channel, and leave them some comments. And if you're interested, if you live in this area, I do want to mention they deliver for free within 100 miles. And then anything after 100 miles, you just pay for whatever it costs to deliver. They have a special guy they use to deliver to give them the rates, and they'll give you a quote. But again, that's it. We thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, share this video with your friends, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And we're going to leave you with our normal theme song and our special message from our lovely granddaughter, Mrs. Morley. Thanks you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next house, and we'll see you there.
Like in this Irish guys, I hope you like this channel, guys. Bye, guys.
The world's your backyard, the rent is free in a home that's as small as a memory. Mini splits humming, solar panels shine, hangover bars hang you just fine.